Imagine you wake up one morning, you are suddenly, completely alone. The familiar hum of the city is gone. No cars rush down the street below your window. No distant sirens wail. No phones ring with urgent calls from friends or family. There are no other people anywhere. The entire world has fallen into a profound and unsettling silence. This essay explores a simple, yet powerful question. What if every single human being suddenly disappeared from the face of the earth? What would happen to the world we built in the moments, days, centuries after we are gone? At first, for a few short minutes, the world would seem to carry on without us. Lights would remain on in empty houses, towering office buildings. The heat would continue to run through pipes, warming rooms no one occupies. Cars, now driverless, would sit idle on vast, empty highways. In the sky, thousands of airplanes would continue their journeys on autopilot. But this illusion of normalcy would be fleeting. The machines we built need us to maintain them. Without human hands to add fuel and manage the grid, the world's power plants would begin to shut down, one by one. Within hours, the consequences of our absence would become starkly visible across the globe. The great cities of the world would begin to go dark. The glittering lights of New York, Tokyo, Paris would blink out, plunging the urban landscapes into an unfamiliar blackness. Elevators would grind to a halt, trapping no one inside. Automatic doors would remain frozen open, inviting the wind and rain into silent shopping malls. The constant, low-frequency hum of civilization would finally fade away, leaving only the sound of the wind and the rustle of leaves in its place. The Great Stillness would begin. This sudden quiet would be the first and most immediate sign of our departure. The world we created was a loud one, filled with the noise of our industry, our travel, and our lives. Without us, that noise ceases. The planet would, in a sense, take its first deep breath in centuries. The air would no longer vibrate with the rumble of engines, or the chatter of millions of voices. For the animals, and the earth itself, this would be the dawn of a new, quieter era. The silence would be a canvas upon which a new story, one without human authors, would begin to be painted. In the first few days after our disappearance, the world's automated systems would begin to fail in dramatic ways. While lights went out quickly, water might continue to flow through pipes in many places, powered by gravity-fed systems. Without workers to monitor pressure and repair leaks, pipes would inevitably burst. Streets would flood, basements would fill, sewage systems would fail, untreated waste would overflow into rivers and streams. A final, toxic pulse would wash out to sea. Fire would become untamed. Lightning could ignite a dry forest or strike a suburban home. With no firefighters to respond, blazes would burn unchecked. A small house fire could spread to neighboring homes, then to entire city blocks. Fires would burn until they ran out of fuel, leaving charred skeletons and heavy dark air. Animals would notice our absence almost immediately. Domesticated pets would be left confused. Many would not survive. Some would go feral, while wild animals grew bolder and reclaimed our empty spaces. Within weeks, the green tide would begin its slow but relentless advance. The perfectly manicured lawns of suburbia would be the first to surrender, transforming into fields of tall, wild grass. Weeds, no longer sprayed with herbicides, would sprout with surprising force through tiny cracks in sidewalks and roads. These small plants would be the vanguard of a larger invasion. Tenacious vines would begin their patient climb, ivy creeping up brick, kudzu smothering structures. In a matter of months, the world would start to look significantly wilder. The cars we left behind would slowly decay, metal rusting in rain, tires deflating and cracking, paint peeling in brittle flakes. While bridges would stand for a time, salt air weakens steel, and the freeze-thaw cycle cracks concrete. Without crews to clear debris, rivers would pile silt and logs against supports. Fields of corn, wheat, and soy would wither. Soon native grasses and wildflowers spread, outcompeting our engineered plants. Without dredging and control, rivers would carve new paths to the sea. Dams, magnificent feats of engineering, would fail as cracks grow and pressure mounts. A breaking dam releases a torrential flood, reshaping valleys and freeing rivers for the first time in centuries. In the cities, our grandest creations would fall apart in slow motion. Concrete is durable, but not eternal. Water seeps in, freeze-thaw wedges it apart. Steel rebar rusts and swells from within. Basements and subways flood, storms shatter windows, elements pour into pristine offices and apartments. Birds and small animals find shelter, building nest where we once held meetings and slept. Decades on, suspension cables snap. Bridges fall into bays, becoming artificial reefs. Skyscrapers lean, then topple, leaving twisted steel and shattered concrete. Our cars turn to rusted plant-covered heaps, yet subtle relics persist. Foundations linger as patterns etched into the forest floor. Road networks vanish beneath soil and roots, their straight lines barely traceable. Plastics endure, fragmenting into particles that settle into soils and ocean sediments, a geological marker of humanity. After 1,000 years, the Earth would be almost unrecognizable to a human eye. Mature forests blanket lands that once held sprawling suburbs and industrial parks. Great cities soften into tree-covered hills, weathered stones and glass fragments catch dappled light. Garden descendants go wild, seeds ride wind and fur, forming strange new hybrid forests. Species tied to us, some farm, animals and pests, fade without our care. In their place, other species thrive. Large predators reclaim ancestral territories, new food chains form and stabilize ecosystems. Without our fleets, the oceans slowly recover. The depths teem again with life. The planet's biodiversity rebounds, life becomes richer, more varied, more resilient. With factories and vehicles silent, greenhouse gases drop. Over centuries, temperatures stabilize and begin to fall. Ice caps expand, sea levels lower. Atmospheric scars fade, though traces remain locked in rock and ice. Think of a quiet forest where a great city once stood. What was a road is now a gentle depression in the earth. A beam of sunlight lights soft moss. A bird sings from a high branch. This is not a sad image, not punishment, nor loss. It is a testament to nature's immense patient power. The earth is always changing. We changed it with incredible speed. Without us it keeps changing, finding its rhythm once more.